Number 1. Padmé was murdered to save Darth Vader. The medical droids tell us Padmé is dying because she's lost the will to live. But here's the disturbing truth. Padmé Amidala never gave up on anything in her entire life. She fought the Trade Federation as a teenager, stood up to the Senate as queen, and never backed down from a challenge. So why would a woman who just gave birth to twins suddenly lose hope? The answer is terrifying. Darth Sidious was draining her life force to keep Darth Vader alive on Mustafar. Think about the timing. As Anakin burns on the lava banks, Padmé mysteriously grows weaker. The medical droids can't explain her condition because they're not looking for supernatural causes. Her life energy is being siphoned away across the galaxy. Palpatine had already revealed his knowledge of Darth Plagueis' ability to manipulate life and death. What he didn't mention was that he'd learned those same techniques as Plagueis' secret apprentice. The Dark Lord of the Sith wouldn't let his newest weapon die, not when he had a convenient life source connected to Anakin through love and the Force. Number 2. Jar Jar Binks was the hidden Sith master. Everyone hates Jar Jar Binks, but what if that was exactly the point? What if every clumsy stumble and annoying joke was calculated deception from one of the galaxy's most dangerous Sith Lords? Watch Jar Jar's impossible combat sequences during the Battle of Naboo. He doesn't just get lucky, he performs acrobatic moves that mirror Jedi fighting techniques. His accidents destroy entire squadrons of battle droids with physics-defying precision. These aren't random comedic moments. They're Force-guided combat disguised as slapstick. Even more damning are his hand gestures. Throughout the prequel trilogy, Jar Jar subtly waves his hands while speaking to other politicians, eerily similar to Jedi mind tricks. His rise from outcast to senator happens suspiciously fast, and he's always present during crucial decisions that benefit Palpatine's rise to power. The smoking gun? Jar Jar literally hands Palpatine the emergency powers that destroy the Republic. In Attack of the Clones, he proposes the motion granting Palpatine unlimited authority. For someone supposedly naive about politics, he knows exactly how to dismantle democracy from within. George Lucas himself said Jar Jar was the key to the prequels. Actor Ahmed Best revealed there was even a deleted scene where Palpatine thanks Jar Jar for putting him in power. The perfect Sith Lord disguise? Being so irritating that nobody wants to look too closely at what you're really doing. Number 3. Luke's poor hiding spot was brilliant strategy. Here's what seems like the worst hiding strategy ever. Luke Skywalker was raised on Anakin's home planet among his relatives using his real last name. Any competent villain should have found him in minutes. But what if this wasn't incompetence? It was psychological warfare. Obi-Wan knew exactly what he was doing. Anakin hated Tatooine with every fiber of his being. He lived there as a slave, watched his mother die there, and told Padmé he never wanted to return. For Darth Vader, Tatooine represented everything he'd lost: his freedom, his family, his innocence. The planet was so psychologically toxic to Vader that he would actively avoid it. Even if reports surfaced about a Skywalker boy, Vader's subconscious would reject investigating his personal hell. It's not that he couldn't find Luke, it's that his trauma made him blind to the possibility. Number 4. Qui-Gon Jinn was a gray Jedi. The Jedi Council never trusted Qui-Gon Jinn, and now we know why. While Orthodox Jedi cling to the light side and Sith embrace the dark, gray Jedi operate in the dangerous middle ground. Qui-Gon displays every characteristic of this forbidden path. He consistently defies the Jedi Council, follows his own moral compass over the Jedi Code, and makes decisions based on personal intuition rather than established doctrine. His master was Count Dooku, who later fell to the dark side, and Obi-Wan admits Qui-Gon would have been on the council if he just followed the code more closely. Most telling is his obsession with training Anakin despite Yoda's clear warnings. A traditional Jedi would have accepted the council's wisdom, but Qui-Gon pushes forward anyway. He senses something in the boy that others miss, not necessarily the light side, but raw potential that could be shaped. His ability to retain consciousness after death, teaching Yoda and Obi-Wan to become Force ghosts, suggests he'd already begun exploring techniques beyond traditional Jedi teachings. Qui-Gon wasn't just a rebellious Jedi, he was walking the razor's edge between light and dark, which makes his role in Anakin's discovery far more complex than it appears. Number 5. Obi-Wan secretly recognized the droids. When Luke shows R2-D2 to Obi-Wan in A New Hope, the old hermit claims he doesn't recall owning any droids. Technically true, but also a masterpiece of misdirection from someone who fought alongside these droids for years during the Clone Wars. Watch Obi-Wan's behavior carefully. He never seems surprised when R2-D2 displays advanced hacking abilities, or when C-3PO demonstrates detailed knowledge of galactic politics. He treats them like familiar companions while maintaining the fiction of not knowing them. The strategy makes perfect sense. C-3PO had his memory wiped after Revenge of the Sith, so he genuinely doesn't remember their shared history. But R2-D2 retained everything, every mission, every secret, every detail about Luke's true heritage. Acknowledging their relationship would risk exposing information Luke wasn't ready to learn. Obi-Wan's selective memory serves the same purpose as his certain point of view philosophy about Vader killing Anakin. He's not lying. He's carefully managing the revelation of truth to protect Luke's psychological development. The droids become unwitting allies in maintaining the deception until Luke is ready for the whole story. Number 6. Boba Fett killed Luke's aunt and uncle. The charred skeletons of Owen and Beru Lars were supposedly victims of Imperial stormtroopers searching for the stolen Death Star plans, but stormtroopers don't typically vaporize bodies down to their bones. That level of destruction requires specialized equipment. Boba Fett, however, is famous for disintegration. Darth Vader specifically warns him, no disintegrations in The Empire Strikes Back, implying it's his preferred method. The special edition re-releases even show Fett on Tatooine around the time of the murders, establishing his presence in the area. The timeline supports this theory. Imperial forces were tracking the droids across Tatooine, following the trail from the Jawa sandcrawler to the Lars homestead. Fett, working as an Imperial bounty hunter, would have been the perfect candidate for this wet work. Experienced, efficient, and willing to eliminate witnesses. Number 7. Han Solo activated his own death. Kylo Ren's lightsaber ignites, cutting down Han Solo on the bridge in Starkiller Base. But watch the scene again. Look at Ren's face as his father falls. That's not the expression of someone who just committed murder. That's shock, confusion, and horror. Ben Solo was clearly struggling with his dark path, tearfully admitting to his father that he knew what he needed to do, but wasn't sure he had the strength. When Han promises to help him, something changes in that moment, but maybe it wasn't what we think. The theory suggests Han Solo, understanding his son's internal conflict, made the ultimate sacrifice. Knowing that Ben needed a traumatic push to fully embrace the dark side and eventually reject it, Han activated the lightsaber himself. His death wasn't murder, it was a father's final gift to save his son's soul.